Welcome to our channel Multimedia of Science. Today I am here with you to discuss some questions from this chapter genetics. Okay, I already discussed some important 5 questions from that chapter. Then the remaining is discussed here. Okay, so yeah, these are some cards which I make for you. 8 questions are discussed in this video. So please watch and study thoroughly. So our first question is, a farmer crows the black birds with the white birds. He obtained the grey birds. Okay, it indicates it is incomplete dominance. Okay, then he crows the grey birds together. 400 offsprings were obtained. That means the F1 generation gets self-fertilized to form what? 400 offsprings. Find the number of white birds. That is the question. Clear? So we want to find the number of white birds. Okay. So let's watch this video and study well. Okay. So our first question is what? Yeah. The black birds is crossed with the white birds. So the black birds taken to be capital B, capital B, and then white birds small b, small b. Okay, so gamete here capital B, here small b. Then what is the resultant? Yeah, the grey birds are the result of these. So capital B, small b. The grey color bird are forming. Then it undergoes self-fertilization, which means the capital B small b cross capital B small b. Okay, so while writing the pedigree chart, capital B, small b, capital B, small b, capital B, capital B, capital B, small b, capital B, small b, small b, small b. So these are in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. Clear? So these are in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. Incomplete dominance, the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 1 is same for the genotype and also for phenotype. So phenotypical ratio and genotypical ratio is same as 1 is to 2 is to 1. So here they given that it is he crows the grey birds together and 400 offsprings. Okay, 400 offsprings are forming. So which means 1 is to 2 is to 1. The total it is 400. So just split this 400 in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 1. Then you will get what? 100, 200 and again 100. Okay, this indicates the black, this 100. So black is 100 and pure white is 100. Then intermediate, incomplete dominant showing grey color. It is 200. What is the question? Yeah, find the number of white birds. White birds, that is the question. So white birds number 100. Clear? That is about our first question. Next, we are dealing with that of our next second question. Here, a plant with 25 centimeter internode is crossed with the another plant with 12 centimeter internode. So, the height of the internode is given in these two cases. The plant show incomplete dominance. Then find the length of internode in the F1 generation. So what is happening in that one generation? Yeah, it is partially get. That means incomplete dominance. The question says about incomplete dominance. So it is partially showing that carrot, which means it is about this average value. So what is about the length? We are talking about the length, which indicates its average length. It is equal to how we find the average of the two values. Yeah, we already that discussed in that of the or we studied it in that of the previous year classes. So the average value of the two value can be find out by using the formula, or we can say just add that value and divided by 2, and that way we can find the average value of that. So here incomplete dominance, so we want to find the length by its average value. So 25 plus 12 by 2, and what is about 25 plus 12? Yeah, it is 37 by 2. It is equal to 18.5 centimeter. 18.5 centimeter. Here, that is about our second question. Next is about our third question. It is about, this question, the left portion of this question. Second question, continuous is the third one. So in the same above question, the second question, the F1 plants undergo self-fertilization. 100 plants are obtained. Then find the number of dwarf plants. Okay. So just go through that. We are dealing with that of the same question which I have mentioned in that of the previous one, and again I am given that the number of these plants, that is what, 100. So here the given question, self fertilization is happening for that one generation, and then 100 plants are obtained. So the question, 100 plants are obtained by the self-fertilization of the F1 generation. Okay, which means the ratio it is 1:2:1. So just split this 100 in the ratio of 1:2:1. Yeah, it is 25:50:25. 25 plus 25, 50, 50 plus 50, 100. Okay, so just divide 100 in the ratio of 1:2:1. So it's given this 25:50:25. Clear? Here, what is the question? Yeah, number of dwarf plant is the question. Number of dwarf plant. Number of dwarf plant is the question. Okay, so the answer should be what? Dwarf. Okay, this is tall. 25 tall, 25 dwarf, and 51. Okay, 50 is our intermediate. Okay. So next we are dealing with our fourth question. Okay. The fourth question. In a family, the parents have blood groups heterozygous A and AB respectively. Find the probability for the B group child. Okay. So our fourth question is about the heterogeneous A group. Okay, the A group can be represented by that of the two way. One is IA, and another one is IA and small I, which indicates the recessive one. Okay, here they say about the heterozygous. Okay, so it indicates it is about IAI. Okay, so prefer these IAI because of this heterozygous. Okay. Then they are telling about the AB group, IA and IB respectively. Okay. Then find the probability for the B group child. That is the question. Okay. So how we done? Yeah, these two gamete are present, IA and small I. Then in another one, two gamete are present, that is IA and IB. Then these are joined to form what? IA, IA. Next is IA, IB. Just focus on how I am writing here. Okay. So IA and small IB and small I. Clear? Here, just write what is that blood group. Okay. So here it is what? A. Here it is AB. It is AB. So what is our question? Yeah, probability for the B group child. Okay, probability for B group child is the question. So here, yeah, only one, which means 1 by 4 is the probability. Okay, 1 by 4 is the probability for the B group child. Okay, next question, our fifth question. In a family, the parents have two children. They have blood group A and O respectively. Find the genotype of the father if mother is recessive. Okay, so father is, we don't know the genotype of the father. You want to find the genotype of father if mother is recessive. So mother is recessive, that is already given. So we can write like this for to the mother. Then they have two children and one is having the blood group IA. So it must be have one recessive I. Okay. So one child is IAI. Okay. Clear. Next is about the O group. The O group which indicates I, small I, small I. Okay, this indicates the genotype of father should be what? Yeah, capital IA and small I. IA and small I. Okay, if you have any doubt which is present in this question, then please recap it through, yeah, this model, which means while focusing on that of the both parents, the father and mother, what will be the next generation? IAI, IAI, II. Okay, here. Okay, I'm already discussed this in 2 times. Just revise this and you will be thorough with this. Okay. So I'm going to that of the next question. Okay. So our sixth question. This is our third, fourth, fifth question is over. Next is about our sixth question. Okay. So our sixth question is, the parents have 4 children. Their groups are homogeneous A, heterogeneous AB, heterogeneous AB, and homogeneous B, respectively. Find the group of their parents. That is the question. While given idea is that what the genotype of the children, 4 children, and the question is about to find the genotype of their parents. So let's watch. Sixth question. Here, first one is homogeneous A. Homogeneous A. IA, IA. That is the first child. Okay. Then our second child is This is over. Homogeneous A is over. Next is about heterogeneous AB. So how it should be right? IA, IB. Okay. Yeah. Next is about the heterogeneous AB. Again, repeated. Okay. So third one is IA, IB, and the last and fourth one is homogeneous B. Okay, homogeneous B. So I B I B. Clear? Then you want to find out the genotype or the group of their parents. How you find? Yeah, the group of their parents is truly what? IA, IP is one of their parents and another parent is also IA, IB. Then only you get these four type of children. Okay, so please go through this, then you will get more idea about this. Just reverse it, then it will be clear for you. Okay, otherwise you don't much more get information about this. Okay, so please go through this again. So our last and final question is, sorry, last not, it is only the seventh question. Okay, the parents have four children and they have blood group A, B and AB and O respectively. Find the group of their parents. Okay, such similar question which are already asked in that of the sixth one. Okay, so parents have four children, then they have the blood group A, B and AB O respectively. So A, B, AB and O. Okay, so we want to find out the group of their parents. Okay, so how we find? Yeah, the first one A can be written as IAI. Next is about IBI. Then another one IAIB, and the last one O can be represented by II, which indicates the parents are who? Yeah, it is IAIK, IAI and IBI. Okay, just reverse this. Okay, I do it again. IAI close to that of the IBI. Then what should be the result? That result is already telling that of my question. The student's genotype. Okay, so let's focus on it. So here the two gamete will be get. Just write, just match or close with this, and then you sure get in the form of this 4. Okay, so it really indicates that of the genotype of this different group of these children. Clear? Then next question is about find the phenotypical ratio of the trihybrid cross F2. Okay, trihybrid cross F2 phenotypical ratio you want to be found. For this, you want to know about the phenotypical ratio of the monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross has a phenotypical ratio of 3:1, which I already mentioned in my previous video. So go through that, then you will be okay with that of this. So phenotypical ratio and genotypical ratio are some important points in the chapter genetics. So go through that my video, and here I am discussing just only about the phenotypical ratio of the trihybrid cross F. How to find that? Yeah. So our eighth question. Phenotypical ratio of a trihybrid. Okay, trihybrid cross. So first you already know about the monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross. In the monohybrid cross, the phenotypical ratio is 3:1. That is the basic we want to be known. Okay. Then is about dihybrid cross. So what is about the dihybrid cross phenotypical ratio? Okay. That is really it is 9:3:3:1. Then how this will be occur? Yeah, it is really 3:1 the whole square. Okay, just do this. Okay, 3 square 9. Okay, then 3:3:1. Clear? I will do here. One is to one. One. Just multiply this. Then 3. 3, 9. Okay, yeah. Occur. 9:3:3:1. Clear? Yes. Just do like this for the trihybrid ratio, then the answer will be acquired for this trihybrid cross phenotypical ratio. So I'm writing here the trihybrid cross, what is the ratio? Yeah, it is 9:3:3:1 into 3:1. How it will be equal? Yeah, here it is 3:1. Here it is 3:1 all square. Then what is about trihybrid cross? It is about 3:1 the all cube. Clear? Then what is the value for that? Just do this multiplication. Then you will be equal this answer. I am only writing this. 27:9:9:3:3:1. So please memorize this or do some typical by multiply this. Okay. So please go through this trihybrid, monohybrid and dihybrid genotypical ratio and phenotypical ratio. Okay. So let's go through that of the next question. Yeah. Our ninth question is about genotypical ratio. Okay. Here I am discussed about phenotypical ratio. Next is about genotypical ratio. Okay. So our ninth question is about genotypical ratio. Genotypical ratio. Yeah. It is for monohybrid cross. What is about that? For monohybrid cross, it is 1:2:1. Clear? Okay, it I am already discussed in the previous video. Then next is about the dihybrid. For dihybrid cross, the ratio is 1:2:2:1:4:2:2:1. Okay, 1:2:1:2:2:4:2:1:2:1. Clear? Yes. Then next is about the trihybrid cross. Okay, it's a long form. Trihybrid cross. 1:2:1:2, 2:4:2:1:2:1. Okay, the same one repeated. Next is about 2:4:2:4:8:4:2, 2:4:2:2. Then again repeat this. 1:2:1:2, 2:4:2:2, 1:2:1. Clear? So write this dihybrid ratio in the beginning and in that of the end, and please substitute the middle portion with the 2:4:2:4:8:4:2, 2:4:2. Okay. So please go through the these again. Okay. Next our question. Find how many different type of phenotype are producing in a hexahybrid. Hexa, which means what? 6. So hexahybrid grows F4. Okay. That is our next question. So monohybrid, dihybrid, tetrahybrid, hybrid, and here we are discussing about what? Hexahybrid. So we want to find the phenotype. Okay. So what is about the ratio of phenotype? Yeah, it is raised to 1. Okay. Then the hexahybrid. Okay. Here question is about different type of, which means the type of phenotype. The type of phenotype is about the 2 raised to n. Okay, 2 raised to n. Okay, so if you discuss this for that of the monohybrid. Okay, if discuss about that of the monohybrid, then what are, how many different type of the phenotype are present? Its number indicate 2 raised to n. So mono, which means n equal to 1. So 2 raised to 1, that is equal to what? 2. Okay. Then about dihybrid, what happens? N equal to 2. So 2 square, that is equal to what? 4. Okay. Then for trihybrid, it is n equal to 3. So 2 cube equal to 8. Okay. Clear? Then, okay. Here the question discussed about what? Hexahybrid. Okay. So we want to mention that the hexahybrid. Okay. In hexahybrid, the n value equal to hexa 6. So 2 raised to 6. 2 raised to 6. Here, what is the value? Yeah, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 6. 2 in 6 times. 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. So 16 into 4, yeah, 64. Okay, that is our answer for this. How many different type of the phenotype are possible for that of this hexahybrid? So the last and final question is, find how many different type of genotype are produced in the decahybrid. Okay, so next is about the genotype, and that is mentioned for the decahybrid. Okay, so what is the general formula? So first you want to mention about the ratio, the basic ratio of the monohybrid cross. Genotype, for genotype. So genotypical ratio, it is 1 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, so it is ratio for the monohybrid, different type of, okay, different type of gamete are possible, and how many gametes? It is 3 is to n, 3 is to 1, that is 3. For dihybrid, di, which means n equal to 2. So 3 raised to 2. So 3 square, that is equal to 9. So here, while discussing about deca, what do you mean by the number indicated by deca is, yeah, 10. Okay. So n equal to what? 10. So 3 raised to n, that is equal to 3 raised to 10. Here, that is our answer. So I am concluding this section, and these are our questions based on that of this genetics monohybrid cross. So please go through these questions for more further revision. Okay, thank you very much.